Hi guys, welcome back to Toria's Crown. This is Victoria Owusu, a registered nurse. If you are new here, hi! Thank you for hanging out with me today. As you read by the title, we are going to look at how to migrate to the United States and work as a registered nurse. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started. So at the end of the video, I'm going to leave an NCLEX sample question, so stay tuned for that. Coming to the United States can be very challenging. So we are going to look at some of the opportunities that are available for registered nurses outside the United States. So let's get started. You have to be a registered nurse in your foreign country. That is one. Before you think about migrating to the United States and working as a nurse, you have to be a registered nurse in the foreign country where you live. 2, you have to choose a state. Do you want to migrate to New York and work as a nurse? Is it New Jersey, Connecticut, Florida, Virginia? You have to have a state in mind. Then you contact the board of nursing for that specific state. So if I want to migrate, if I'm in Ghana now, for example, and I want to migrate to New York, I have to Google New York State Education Department and look for the nursing department there. So I'll contact the Board of Nursing of New York. I'll look them up on Google and I'll look at their requirements. What do they require? Do they require CGFNS? Do they require English proficiency test? So whatever they require, then you go according to that. So let's look at if they require CGFNS. If they require you to use CGFNS to evaluate your transcript to New York, then you have to go to CGFNS website, create an account, purchase credential evaluation for New York State, then you pay the amount. So that is going to help you transfer your transcript from your foreign country to New York. So after you purchase New York State's credential evaluation for New York, then they're going to help you to evaluate your transcript if it meets New York State Education Department, if it meets their criteria. So after that, if they need you to write an English proficiency test, then you write an English proficiency test. After everything is done, CGFNS is going to send a report to the state you chose, the education department, that this person, education department in the foreign country, met the requirement for New York State Education Department. So after the report is sent, then they register you register for peers review. They are going to help you to register for your NCLEX. So after you register, they're going to give you ATT, which is authorization to test. So after you get that and you're outside of the United States, you choose which country you want to write your NCLEX. You want to write it in South Africa or India, any country you have in mind where you want to write it. If the country you live in have access to writing NCLEX, then you can also write it there. So after you write your NCLEX and pass, then you look for job opportunities in the state you evaluated your transcripts in. So if I chose New York, then I register, then I pass my NCLEX, then I look for jobs opportunities in New York. So you can look for direct hires by going to Google, typing in hospitals in New York or nursing homes in New York or assisted living in New York. Then you go to the website for that hospital or whichever one you chose, and you go to careers. So when you go to careers, there are job opportunities that they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for registered nurse, dietitian, whatever. So if you apply for registered nurse. So after you get your application completed, if it's direct hire, but if you want to also search for it on online like Indeed, you can also look it up. Go to Indeed, look for job opportunities that are hiring in New York and apply. After you get an employer, then you can go ahead and apply for your visa. So the name of the visa that you're going to apply for is Registered Nurse Immigrant Visa, which is H1B Visa. So you go through the process of the application, but one thing they need is a US based employer. So after you get the job, you get a letter from the employer that you really had the job, and you attach that letter from the employer. When you are going, you add it to your papers when you're going for the visa interview, because they want to see that you really had a job in the US. So after you add that, then you go for your interview. If you're lucky and you get the visa, then you have the opportunity to migrate and work in the state you chose. So after you migrate to the United States, it's up to you to work for that particular hospital or which other agency, or if it was whatever where you're working as, is up to you to work there and live there. So this is what I wanted us to look at, because migrating to the United States can be very challenging, but this is an opportunity for nurses. It may take some time because the process can take an amount of months, but if you're ready and you're prepared and you want to do it, trust me, you can do it. So today, our English sample question for the day is, let me read it out. The emergency department nurse is caring for a child suspected of acute epiglottitis. Which intervention applies in the care of the child? Select all that apply. I'm going to either put it here or there. I'm repeating the question again. The emergency department nurse is caring for a child suspected of acute epiglottitis. Which intervention applies in the care of the child? Select all that apply. 1. Obtain a throat culture. 2. Ensure a patent airway. 3. Prepare the child for a chest X-ray. 4. Maintain the child in a supine position. 5. Obtain a pediatric size tracheostomy tray. 6. Place the child on an oxygen saturation monitor. So that is the question of the day. I'm giving counting to 5 for you to choose your answers, and I'm going to put the correct answer. I'm going to announce the correct answers, and I'll also leave a detailed explanation in the comment section why the answer I chose. So the correct answer is 2. Ensure a patent airway. 3. Prepare the child for a chest X-ray. 5. Obtain a pediatric size tracheostomy tray. And 6. Place the child on an oxygen saturation monitor. So this is the answer. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I will leave the reason why I chose those answers in the comments, and that's it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share to your other nurses outside of the United States so that they get the opportunity if they are also interested. Thank you very much for coming this far. I will see you next time. Bye.